Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today, and I'm really happy to be with you guys after a long break. Hopefully, each of you had a very good summer with your family, and I hope you guys had a very good time. My name is Sadia, and I am from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. If this is your first time watching my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment, and press the bell icon to receive more new videos like this that will support my channel. Today, we are going to start our video with the will and name of our God. And we are going to talk about super herb, super plant, Mullen. Mullen is a very tall plant and it can grow up to 8 feet. This plant has a lot of medicinal benefits, and people they can use the flower and the leaves and the roots to make medicine from it. This plant grows in a rocky soil, just regular soil or sandy soils, and it grows on the top of the mountains. It grows on side roads, your farmlands, in your backyard, or you can even in the front yard. This plant has been used for like many years, like 1,000 years ago. This plant has been used for medicinal reason. As you can see, the flowers are very tiny. They are yellow colors, and bees and other bugs like ladybugs, butterflies, honeybees, any other, even ants, they love the flower and they love this plant, and the birds love the seeds. This tall stalk will give you at least more than 1,000 seeds. And as you can see, the leaves, they are really big and they are soft and very fuzzy. And if you are not going to pick up the flowers on the first day, they will drop, and the next day, the new flowers will come. Like I said, it's very soft. Look at this. I'm squeezing it and let it go, and still it comes the way it was before because it's very soft. Thousand years ago, people, when they were traveling on the roads, they were using this plant, the leaf of this plant, as a toilet paper, or they use it as a diaper for their children. As I said, this plant grows up to 8 feet, and what we're gonna do, we are going to use only the healthy leaves and good flowers. The flowers, to be honest with you, it's always gonna be good because like I said, they drop in a second day. If you don't pick it up in a first day, or pick the flowers in the first day, then second day they will drop, and then every day they have a new fresh flowers. The leaves, we can use only these nice big green healthy leaves. If the leaves has a damage, if they are yellow, they are moldy, that means that plant or that leaves are not healthy, and we don't want to use that. As you can see here, some of these leaves are damaged because I plant them under the pine tree, and it drops some of the liquid from the cutting point of the tree. So I will not gonna use those leaves, but the plant is still healthy, and I can use the flowers and some green leaves. If you are decided to grow this plant in your yard or farm, you should know that this plant has a two growing season. Once when you drop the seed on the ground, you will see the plant will grow, but it will only grow the leaves. It is not going to be tall, just the leaves. If you want to use those leaves or the roots for a medicinal purpose, yes, you can do that. But if you don't want it, so the first year they're not going to give you any flower. They will only going to give you the leaves. But the next year, that same plant that you drop the seed and you had them small only with the leaves, it will grow tall stalk like this, and then gonna have the flower starting from the bottom or from the top or from the middle, like a popcorn everywhere. This flower of the mullen has also medicinal benefits, and you can pick up the flower every day, or pick the flowers, wash them completely, because like I said, some bugs and ants, they love these flowers, and you will find those little small bugs in it. So make sure you wash the flowers completely, and after, when you wash it, squeeze the water out and dry it. You can dry it in the sun if you guys have a very hot sun, it's a summertime, or if you don't have the sun is not very hot, you can dry it in your dehydrator, or some people, they can dry it in the lowest temperature in your oven. After the flowers are completely dry, then you can use them as to make an oil with it. If you want to make a tea with it, some people, they don't use the flower for the tea. I do. But if you want to make a tea, you can use the fresh flower, or you can use the dry flower. But if you want to make an oil from the flowers, make sure that flowers are completely dry, because if you put any kind of wet herbs in the oil, any oil that you like, your coconut oil, almond oil, olives oil, so make sure you don't add the wet herbs. Always wash them first, dry them, and after it's dry, then you can make an oil from it. To make an oil from the this mullen flower, I wash them, like I said, I squeeze them, I put them under sun, and they become dry, and then I add these flowers with the olive oil. For example, if you want to make a 250 ml, which is almost a little bit of over a cup, you can use one part of this bottle, or whatever jar that you have, as a mullen flower, and the rest you can put the olive oil. You can add a garlic to it, and you can add St. John's wort to it to make it more powerful for earache. Or if you don't have those ones, you can just do it the way it is. And after, when the oil is ready, and you keep it in the sun or somewhere, some people, they right away steam it, then you can use that oil for earache, and without the flower. Of course, we strain the flower out, we use only the oil, and we use it as a few drop of it. Like in old studies, they are study about 171 children between age of 5 to 18. When they had an earache, so what they did, they use the mullein oil, and also they use the antibacterial or antibiotic oils or drops for people that they had an earache, and they noticed that the herbal oil that they had, which is the mullein oil that time, or if they mixed with some garlic or St. John's wort, I'm not sure, they didn't say that, but that oil was more effective, and they brought the pain down, and also the cost was really less too. So that means this flower with the olive oil, of course, you're going to make sure you use the extra virgin oil of olive oil. It's good for the earache. So let's talk about the leaves. Most of the people, they use the mullein leaves for the medicine, because there is lots and lots of benefit in this mullein leaves, and we are going to talk one by one about it. As I mentioned that before, that mullein has a long leaves, and at the beginning they are not very long and big, they are small. But if the leaves are big and green and healthy, like you see here, I picked them up before. You can pick the leaves, dry them. But if they are damaged like this, do not do that. Only pick the healthy leaves. The leaves, after when they're dry, can be used as a supplement, as a capsule, as a dry powder, or the most common use of the leaves is the mullen leaves tea. You can pick the big leaves or the small leaves. They all have a benefit, but I always use the big one because it gives you more. And I'm gonna let the small ones to grow bigger, and when they are a little bit bigger, I pick them up too. Why I do this? Because it's in a I find out that many years ago, like 1,000 years ago, Native Indian used mullein for medicine purpose to help them with the cough and breathing and to healing the wounds. And also, not only they use it as a mullein leaves tea, they smoke the leaves. Some people they put them on a stove or something and they smoke, they inhale the smoke of the mullein, especially for the people that they are heavy smoker, or right now when we are dealing with a wildfire everywhere and there's lots of smoke, so the tea of the mullein or inhaling the leaves, it's the best option. Because they are helping the lungs. There's lots of benefit, but before I talk about the leaves benefit, I want to mention something that flower of the mullein or mullein flower oil is not only good for earache, it's good for the eczema too. If you have a skin eczema and you want to cure that, you can use mullein oil or mullein cream. It will really gonna help you with the eczema. So let's talk about the leaves benefits. Why I wanna collect the leaves, why I'm growing these plants in my yard or on my garden, and why I'm showing you guys this video. Because number one benefit of this mullein leaves are good for lungs. If you have asthma, and if you have a bronchitis, if you're dealing with a cold and cough, and you have a cough with a lots of mucus, or you can feel that there is mucus stuck in your throat or your chest, best thing or best way to treat that is the mullein leaf tea. You can have this tea fresh, or you can have the mullein tea as a dry leaves. Like either way, you can make it a fresh tea from tea from the fresh leaf, or you can make it as dry leaves. By the late 1800s, mullein became very popular for treating the bronchitis and tuberculosis in Europe. Originally, mullein came from Europe and also Western Asia. I think I did mention this before, and now you can see it everywhere around the US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and some other countries. And they are doing more studies on this plant. There is one more benefit of the mullein leaf beside for the coughs and other stuff or lungs or tuberculosis that I mentioned. Mullein leaves cream is really good for the diaper rash, or it's good to prevent the diaper rash. As I mentioned before, they were using it before as a diaper and as a toilet paper, so that it is safe. And I did a study and find out about it that it's been the use of the mullein cream for a diaper rash, and the result is really good and it's safe for the kids. But there is side effects with the mullein leaf. They have a fuzzy hairs on them, and they are very irritating for the skin. And some people, they have a sensitive skin. When they're collecting the leaves or when they're drying and crushing it, make sure they have to wear gloves. And not only that, when you're making a tea from the mullein leaves, make sure you strain it very well before drinking it, because you don't want those little piece of hair to irritate your throat. To make a mullen tea, like I said, you can make it fresh from the fresh leaves, or you can make it from the dry leaves, and you can add any other herbs in it. Usually when I'm making my mullen tea, and I always add ginger in it, turmeric, mint, any other chamomile, or any other herbs that I have, and I know this is good for this reason, or it's going to help my immune system, or it's helping me with the cold. I use them. So you boil the tea, boil the water, and you pour it over the herb, or you can steep the teas, the herb, and let the water to drip over it, and so let it set for 10 minutes, and after that you can use it. After, when you're dry the herbs and the flowers, you can store them in a glass jars, in a dark places, in a cool places, and you can keep them as 1 to 2 years. And if you don't have a lot, you can use it in a 1 year, and next year you're gonna start with a fresh stock. I'm hoping today's video was beneficial for you guys, and I hope that you guys can find this herb, or you can order it online and use it. And but make sure that before using any kind of herbs or this herb, you consult with your doctor. Till my next video, I let you guys go. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me.